As we're loading this up, what we have here is our database. This is our database of all the vehicles that are made and no, not all the vehicles are in the database. Sometimes every once in a while they're not. Chad, what is that thing? Chevrolet? Chevrolet what? Silverado?
1500.
So we're going to go over here and look up. Silverado, 1500. Two-door pickup, extended cab, four-door pickup.
Four-door pickup.
Four-door pickup. So now we have an L and an S. We can make a short pattern or a long pattern. So these are all the different models of a Silverado. All the different window configurations. They're just not all the same. So we're going to go over here to the plotter. We're going to take it offline. We're going to move it over where it's not going to cut on the roller. We're going to set the origin. Put it back online. That's what we're doing. Now we're going to check and make sure the film's in straight. A little on right there. And then now we're going to make these patterns for him. So we're going to click these. We're just going to circle this. That. Go to here. We're going to double check the force of cutting. 108 grams of force. It's perfectly fine with us. And voila. Here we go. Now we're going to cut some film. It's doing its magic. This is called the weeding process. So this is the film we're going to use. Everything around it we don't need. So you've got to trim it out. Get all this out of here. Cut this off. Finish cutting this. So basically we're just trimming the fat right now, as you can see. So now, the only piece we need is this section here. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel this back. Get rid of everything around the back that we don't need. Sound of money right there. It's the sound of money. So now we take these out to the vehicle and we will apply them. Put these on the outside. I'll show you how we laid these. Keys in it. I need the fob. Huh? Well, if you want me to tint them, yeah. I'll do all the work. Just give me the key fob. Paper towels. See if there's roll paper towels over there, Chad. If not, they're back by the bathroom. There's tons of them. There you go.
There you go.
So since this is a new truck, we're not going to use a razor blade. We use this little scraper tool because there shouldn't be any debris, anything on there. And if I feel it, I'll know with this tool, so we don't actually use a razor blade anymore. Roll that down. You want the window down about 1 inch. You can access that top piece. We're going to prep the top. Again, this is a brand new truck, so if there's anything on there, I'll feel it. The only thing you really got to worry about is they do a little lubrication on the seals. You got to get that off the top up here, otherwise the film won't stick. Final preparations. Here we go. Where the money's made. Now what I'm going to do is, I like to go back in here and make sure there's water in the seals, so when we slide the film back there, it'll go back in there, no problem. Keep up with the program. Now come over here. Pull it down about 3 inches from the bottom. You have to make sure the whole entire piece of film is completely wet. This is a PS film. It's called a pressure sensitive. So if you was to touch it right now, your finger would stick to it and leave a fingerprint. So it has to be completely wet before you put it on. And you really don't want to touch it with your fingers. If you do, you get dirt and contaminant in it. So we're going to hold it like a piece of pie. Put it in there. We're going to tuck it behind the molding so we don't have any light gaps. Yeah. Tuck the front end. Walk it up there to the top. We want a nice, tight gap across the top. You really don't want to see a light gap across there, so check that edge. Get up here, look at that edge. You want the edge to be as close as possible without hanging over. Because if it hangs over, you're gonna roll it up, peel off. Now we're bumping the top edge. Basically, we're going over that top edge and pushing really, really hard to make sure that all the water is out and you go to roll it up. This is called two-staging a window. That was the first stage. Now we're going to the second stage. Got to make sure it's wet again. That's where you got to be careful with all your edges here so you don't pinch the film. So now we get the clear release liner off of here. Again, want it to be wet so we can slide and manipulate the film into the places we need to. This is what some call the hard part. Getting it down under the gasket and not messing the film up. Got it laid down. You want to see this thing completely flat before you try to hit it with a squeegee. Try and get any excess amount of water out if we can. Look at that. Voila. One and done. Next.